So we've got question 2 of the factorising linear exercise from my iMaths. It's a little bit more complicated because it's got lots of letters in it, but I'm going to go to my whiteboard and do these one by one. And the first question was 6a squared minus 7ab. So I'm looking for things that can be something that can be taken outside the bracket that both of these can be divided by. Now 6 and 7 don't have any common factors, so we can't take any numbers outside, but we spot that both of these have got a in some form. This has got just a single a, but this has got a squared, meaning a times a. So they can both be divided by a. So we need to take a outside the brackets, and then we say a outside the brackets times what inside the brackets will give me the 6a squared. Okay, so a times another a will give me the a squared, and then multiply that by 6 will give us the 6a squared. So a times 6a will give us 6a squared. Then I need to ask myself the question, a outside the brackets times what inside the brackets will give me the, let's remember that's a minus 7ab. Okay, so it looks messy, but if you break it down it's not so bad. So a times b will give you ab, a times 7b will give you 7ab, and then a times minus 7b will give you minus 7ab. So the answer is a outside the brackets, 6a minus 7b inside the brackets. So I will just fill that in on iMaths as we go so that we're all there by the time I get to the end of the video. 7b, that's done that one. Okay, on to the next question. And the next question says 8p plus PQ plus 9PR. Okay, so I notice that all of these have got a P in them, so I can take a P outside the brackets. They haven't all got Q's in, they haven't got all R's in, and there are no numbers that go into 8 and also 9 and also 1, because we got 1 PQ there. So P is the most that I can take outside the brackets. And then I say P times what will give me the 8P. Answer 8. P times what will give me the PQ. Answer Q. P times Q will give me PQ. And then P times what will give me the 9PR. Okay, so P times R will give me the PR bit, but P times 9R will give me the 9PR. Doesn't matter about the order of multiplying, by the way. So 9PR and 9RP are the same thing, just in the same way that 4 times 5 is the same as 5 times 4. So, you know, by convention, you write things in alphabetical order. So that says 9PR, but if it said 9RP, it would mean exactly the same thing. So anyway, I'll fill that in on the iMaths. P brackets 8 plus Q plus 9R, and then on we go to the next one. So the next one says 5ST plus 6SU plus 4SV. So I notice that there's nothing that 5 and 6 and 4 can all be divided by. So there's no common factor in terms of numbers, but they've all got an S in them. So S can be taken outside the brackets. Then I ask myself, 5 times what inside the brackets will give me 5ST. Okay, well S times 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I ask myself the question, S times what inside the brackets will give me 5st. Well, s times t will give me the st bit, so s times 5t will give me 5st. Next bit, s times what inside the brackets will give me 6su. Okay, so s times u will give me su, and then s times 6u will give me 6su. Then the last bit, s times what inside the brackets will give me 4sv. Okay, so s times v will give me sv, but s times 4v will give me 4sv. So the factorization is s outside the brackets, and I'm just typing this in now, 5t plus 6u plus 4v inside the brackets, and on we go to the next one. Okay, it's starting to get a bit tasty now because we've got letters that are in more than one expression. So 4pq squared plus 5qr plus 3pqr. Well, 4, 5 and 3 haven't got any common factors. There's a p in that one, a p in that one, but there isn't a p in that one, so we can't take a p out. But this one's got a q in, this one's got a q in, and this one's actually got q times q in, q squared. So they can all be divided by q. We can take a q out. And then let's look for r's. R's there and there, but no r in the first one. So yeah, so in fact on this one isn't as exciting as I thought, because the common factor is just q. They can all be divided by q. So q outside the brackets times what inside the brackets will give me 4pq squared. Okay, well, q times another q will give me the q squared bit. Then q times pq will give me the pq squared, and then q times 4pq will give me 4pq squared. Next bit. So q times what inside the brackets will give me 5qr. Okay, well, q times r will give me the qr bit, but q times 5r will give me 5qr. And then the next bit. Q times what inside the brackets will give me 3pqr. Okay, so q times a p and an r will give me the pqr bit, and then multiply that by 3. So q times 3pr will give me the 3pqr. So that's the factorization. As I said, the order of multiplying things doesn't matter. So whether it said 3prq or 3qpr or 3pqr, it would all amount to the same thing, because the order doesn't matter with multiplying. But just by convention, we tend to put things in alphabetical order. So that's PQR in that order, because that's the order they come in the alphabet. Okay, so I'll just type that into my iMaths. So Q outside the bracket, 4PQ plus 5R plus 3PR. And then on we go to the next one. Halfway through these now. Going to go a little bit faster, I think. 6a squared b plus ab squared minus 4a. Okay, this does start to get exciting now. They've all got a's in them. So this one's got an a, this one's got an a, this one's actually got a times a squared. So we can certainly take an a outside the brackets. And then the last one was actually 4ab. Yeah, 4ab, not just 4a. And they've all got a b in them, because this one's got a b in it, this one's got a b in it, this one's actually got b times b, b squared. So I can take a b outside the brackets as well. So outside the brackets I can have a times b, and then ask myself the question, ab times what inside the brackets will give me the things I started with. Okay, so ab times what inside the brackets will give me 6a squared b. Okay, well ab times another a will give me the a squared b bit, and then if I multiply that by 6 it'll give me the thing I want. So ab times 6a will give me 6a squared b. Next bit, ab outside the brackets times what inside the brackets will give me ab squared. So the answer, another b. And then finally, ab times what inside the brackets will give me minus 4 ab. So remembering that the minus always belongs with the thing that follows it. Okay, so ab times 4 will give me 4ab. So ab times minus 4 will give me minus 4ab. So the factorisation is, just typing it into iMaths now, ab outside the brackets 6a plus b minus 4 inside the brackets, and we go on to the next one, and they're getting ever more complicated / challenging / exciting. Next question, 4t squared u squared plus 9 tu squared v plus 3 tuw. Oh my goodness. Okay, so 4, 9 and 3 don't have any common factors, so we can't take out any common number. They've all got t's in them. That's got a t, that's got a t. That's actually got t squared, t times t. But I can certainly divide everything there by t. They've all got u's in them. This one's got u squared, this one's got u squared. This one's just got u, but I can certainly divide everything there by u. Some of them have got v's and w's, but not all of them. So the biggest thing I can take outside the bracket is tu, d times u. So taking tu outside the bracket, I'm asking myself the question, tu times what inside the bracket will give me 4 t squared u squared. Okay, well, if I multiply it by t, I'll get the t squared bit. If I multiply it by another u, so the u times the u will give me the u squared bit, and then I need a 4 in there to give me the 4. So tu times 4tu will give me 4t squared u squared. Then on to the next term. So tu times what will give me 9tu squared v. Okay, well I need to multiply it by another u to get the u squared, and I need to multiply it by another v to get the v, and I need to multiply it by 9 to get the 9. So tu times 9uv equals 9tu squared v. Then the last bit, tu times what inside the bracket will give me 3tuw. So I need to multiply that by w to get the w. I need to multiply it by 3 to get the 3. So tu times 3w gives me 3tuw. And again, the order of tuw doesn't matter, but by convention we've put them in alphabetical order. So anyway, so the factorisation is tu outside the brackets and 4tu plus 9uv, just typing this into iMaths, plus 3w inside the bracket, and we go on to the next one. There's 2 left, so we're nearly there. I'm just going to reposition myself on my chair because my legs have gone to sleep as I've been sitting on them. There we go. Okay, well, it gets super exciting now because we have got 4abc squared minus 6a squared bc plus 14ab squared c. So that's exciting because on this one the numbers have got some common factors. So 4 and 6 and 14, they can all be divided by 2. So I can take a 2 outside the brackets. Then all of these have got an a in them. They've got an a squared and an a. So I can take an a outside the brackets. They've all got a b in them. So I can take a b outside the brackets. And they've all got c in them. So I can take c outside the brackets. So I'm asking myself the question, 2abc times what inside the brackets will give me the 4abc squared that I started with. Okay, so I'm going to have to multiply it by 2 to get the 4, so that 2 times 2 makes 4. I've got the a, I've got the b, I've got a c there, but I want a c squared, so I'm going to have to multiply it by another c inside the brackets. So 2abc times 2c will give me 4abc squared. Okay, next thing. So I've got remember this is a minus. So 2abc times what inside the brackets will give me minus 6a squared bc. Okay, so 2 times 3 would give me the 6. 2 times minus 3 will give me the minus 6. The a multiplied by another a would give me the a squared. And then we've got the b and we've got the c. So 3a in the bracket, minus 3a in the bracket for that. So 2abc times minus 3a gives you the minus 6a squared bc. Next one, 2abc times what inside the brackets will give me 14ab squared c. Okay, so 2 times 7 will give us the 14. We've got the a. B times something in there gives us b squared, so we need a b there. And then we've got the c as it is. So 7b goes there. 2abc times 7b gives us 14ab squared c. So the factorization is 2abc outside the brackets and 2c minus 3a plus 7b inside the brackets. And we are on to the last one. It's pretty much the same in principle as the last one, so I will whiz through it a little bit. So we've got 45 PQRS plus 27 Q squared RS plus, oh no, 8 minus 18 QRS. Okay, so 45, 27 and 18 can all be divided by 9. So I can take a 9 outside the brackets. That one's got a P in it, but the others haven't, so I can't take a P outside, so to speak. That's got a Q in it, that's got a Q squared in it, that's got a Q in it, so I can take a Q outside. That's got an R in it, that's got an R in it, that's got an R in it, so I can take an R outside. And then they've all got an S in it, so I can take an S outside the brackets. So all of these things can be divided by 9QRS, all of these terms. So then I ask myself the question, 9QRS outside the bracket, let's just make that look a little bit more like a 9, put a little hole in it. 9QRS outside the bracket times what inside the bracket will give me 45 PQRS. So I'm going to need 9 times 5 inside the bracket to give me the 45, and I'm going to need the letter P inside the bracket to give me the PQRS. Next one, 9QRS times what inside the bracket will give me 27Q squared RS. So So I'm going to need to multiply the 9 by 3 to get the 27. I'm going to need to multiply the q by another q to get q squared, and then the r and the s are already there. So 9qrs times 3q gives me 27 q squared rs. Okay, the last one, 9 qrs outside the brackets times what inside the brackets will give me a, remember that's a minus qrs. So 9 times 2 would give me, sorry, that's a minus 18 qrs, I think I didn't say before. Let's do that again. So 9 times 9 qrs times what inside the bracket will give me minus 18 qrs. I think I'm going a little bit too fast for my own brain here. So 9 times 2 inside the bracket would give me the 18. 9 times minus 2 inside the bracket would give me the minus 18. And then we've got the q and the r and the s already, so that's all there. So 9 qrs times minus 2 gives me minus 18 qrs. So let's go onto the iMath screen and fill that last one in. Okay, so just typing that last one in, 9qrs outside the brackets, then inside the brackets, 5p plus 3q minus 2. So let's mark them, and hopefully 16 out of 16. Satisfaction.